Good morning, YouTube family and friends. I hope you had a great week. My week was going okay until yesterday. Okay, so this is Saturday, November 8th, 2025, and this is my week 85 results of being back on Mounjaro while dealing with a host of medical issues. Yeah. Let me go ahead. I'll do it again. I'll go ahead and tell you my weight for those of you who just like to know my weight journey. So you don't have to watch the whole video if you don't want to. Last week I weighed in at 228, which put me at a total weight loss of 8 pounds for the 84 weeks of being back on Mounjaro and dealing with medical. This morning, I weighed in at 225. So I lost 3 pounds. Yeah, 3 pounds in a week. That puts me at a total weight loss now of 11 pounds for the 85 weeks. I think that weight loss is maybe a little bit bigger than what it would have been, because last night, I should say, I had a bout of really bad loose bowel movement. I'm trying not to be gross here, but it had some bad cramping with it, and it was just like after the initial plug was out. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. Then about half hour after that, it was just like Niagara Falls on my backside. Whew. Yeah. In a way, though, I don't mind when that happens, because then in my head I'm telling myself I'm just getting cleaned out. It's cleaning out my intestines, So I'm okay when that happens. I just wish it would happen without the bad cramping. Oh, I hate the cramping. I don't know how women do it every month when they have their special friend visit. Oh boy, yeah. More power to the women. Yeah, because I'm like a little crying little baby when I get bad cramps. Sometimes when I have loose bowel. So, yeah, power to you, woman. So, but anyway, so I think that contributed to the 3 pound weight loss, because I got a lot of stuff and a lot of water out of my intestines. So yeah, I think that made that number bigger than what it would have been. So, but anyway, I had my Fibroscan yesterday. I forgot to mention that the last 2 weeks that my liver doctor wanted me to have a fibro scan done, because it's been like 3 or 4 years since I had one done, to see, because ultrasound of the liver can't actually show you how hard the liver is or how much fat is in the liver. And that's what a fibroscan can do. It's kind of like an ultrasound. It's the same type of device, but instead they put it up against your ribs on your right side, and it makes a thumping against your ribs. So it's sending sound waves through your liver, and they bounce back. And the machine reads how long it takes for the sound waves to come back. The faster it comes back, the harder the liver is, because it's bouncing off easier and coming back. So the less hard, the sound waves will go further before they come back. So, and I'm not quite sure how it measures how much fat is in the liver. I'm not too familiar with that. But anyway, no, I had it done before and it worked just fine. And I was heavier when I had it done 3 or 4 years ago. So that made it strange of what happened yesterday. I had it done at 7 o'clock in the morning yesterday. Had to be at the hospital at 6:30, and it's just a quick little thing. It takes like 15 minutes most to do it once you get back there. So, but I got a message on my chart from my liver doctor saying that the Fibroscan was unreliable, so they can't go by the numbers on there. So it's like, what? So, and she also added that it could be because too much fat, pretty much because I'm too fat, or my body build itself can cause results to be unreliable. But I don't understand that. Like I said, I was heavier when I had it done the first time. So, and it worked just fine then. I'm still the same build. I have the same bone density. So I don't get it. So, but I was reading up on it more last night because you know me and Googling at late at night. You know, I had to find out more of reasons why Fibroscan could come back as unreliable. And I shouldn't have done that because it did say what the doctor said, but it could also be because your liver is getting too scarred, or there could be tumors in there, or it could be from ascites, fluid buildup in the abdomen. There was a whole host of bad stuff it could be, but when I read that, I was just trying to remind myself. I just had the ultrasound done last month. It's been like a month when I had the ultrasound done, and ultrasound said there's no ascites, no fluid buildup in the abdomen. There were the portal hypertension and stuff was still, it increased some, but it's still pretty much the same as the last ultrasound because I get ultrasound done every 6 months. So I was just trying to remind. So I'm trying to negotiate in my head that some of the bad stuff that Fibroscan coming back as unreliable, that no, that can't be the reason because I just had the ultrasound done and none of this stuff was happening. Yeah, it doesn't mean that in this month's time, I could have fluid starting to build up or whatnot. It could develop in that month time, but I'm just trying in my head make me think that, hey, it's not going to happen. So, and it could also be one of the reasons I read about is maybe they used the wrong side of the thinking tool. There's two different sizes. So maybe they used the smaller one. They should have used the larger one. Or it could be that the person who did it didn't know what they were doing and they did it wrong. So that's also a possibility. So I'm just trying to keep myself from going negative on it. So the liver doctor said, well, since that didn't work, that she wants to have an MRI done. It's called MRI liver labs. So they want to do an MRI of my torso, pretty much. So I called. She put the order in, and so I called the hospital to schedule that MRI done. Well, they were asking me a bunch of questions, and they asked me if I have any type of nerve stimulator. And I said, yes, I have the Inspire nerve stimulator. The battery's right here for my sleep apnea. And she's like, oh, I don't know if we'll be able to do the MRI because of that. I was like, what? So I pulled out my paperwork from my surgery back in March, and it says on there that I should be able to have MRI. Yes, when it concerns the torso area, that there's some restrictions on it, but it can be done. But it said it can only be done by MRI that up to 1.5 T. So I'm assuming that's the reading, and maybe because the doctor wanted to use a strong MRI, so they needed a certain type of coil, and so it had to be done at one hospital because they had the coil for the MRI that she wanted done. And maybe that's it, because the scheduler had to go consult with the radiologist or whoever that is, person that is. And I got them the model number of my Inspire device. So, and I let them know what I read, and they came back saying, unfortunately, because of that Inspire device, the battery pack that's in the chest and up there, they won't be able to do it. So I don't know what to think about that, because I'm reading that it can be done, but maybe it's because of the type of MRI the doctor wanted to have done. Maybe it's too powerful, because what happens is in the MRI, it will heat up the battery pack and cord that runs up to this device. It will heat it up. And so even the scheduler said, no, if we can do it, it might have to be done one image at a time. Otherwise, we try to do it all at once because it's going to be like a 90-minute process that it'll get to be too hot. So I was like, that scared me a little bit. So, yeah, so she was going to reach back out to my liver doctor to see what else she wants to do. And I told the scheduler that I've also got a message out to my ENT doctor who implanted the sleep apnea device to ask for his opinion on this. So I'm waiting to hear back from him. So hopefully I'll hear back from his office on Monday. Or I'll hear back from my liver doctor to see if they can do a lesser MRI. I don't know what that is. Lower voltage of MRI or what. So I'm just at a standstill right now. It's like I want to have an MRI done now because I want to see if that Fibroscan, the reason it came back as unreliable, is it because of something bad that I'm starting to have tumors in there, or it's starting to get really hard and that caused it to not read properly, or other bad possibilities. So I want to have that MRI done now to ease my mind. And hopefully it was just because they used the wrong size of tool to do the Fibroscan, or the person who did it messed up. So I don't know. Or when I took my medicine that morning, did I drink too much water? You could only have a few sips. I didn't eat anything. And I woke up at 5:30 in the morning, took a shower. Then at 6 o'clock, when I got out of the shower, I took my pills. So I had a little bit of water there. And on the drive there, my mouth was so dry, I did take a little bit of water in. But as long as it was with big gulps of water, I should have been okay. But I don't know, maybe me having that water intake when I got pulled into the hospital parking lot, maybe that messed it up, because it does say if you drink too much water, it can mess it up. It does something to the liver to make it to where it can come back reliable. So I don't know. Maybe it was my fault. I don't know. So, but yeah. So that's where that's at. So we will see. We'll see what happens next week. So, but anyway, I'm gonna leave that. That's all I'm gonna talk about today. It's going on 13 minutes. So yay, it's gonna be under 15 minutes. Woohoo! That doesn't happen too often. But anyway, I hope you found this update informative. And if you would, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, Sean's Journeys, go ahead and hit that follow button or subscribe button, whatever the button is. And if you want to be notified when I post my weekly videos, go ahead and hit that notification bell. And I'll leave you with this. Live life to the fullest. You don't know what life will throw at you. I'm living proof of it. I got all kinds of medical issues happening now. I'm only 49 years old. So, but yeah, just live life to the fullest. And remember to be kind to everybody. Even if you disagree on topics, the world is a scary place right now. So, yeah, just do your best to be kind to everybody. When you walk by a stranger, when you're out and about, just smile and say hi, or just, give them a nod. If you walk by, just smile and give them a nod. I do that a lot. So you don't have to have a big interaction with people. Just a smile and a nod, just to recognize the person. You don't know how good of an effect that can have on people. So, all right. Thank you all for watching, and I love you all. Have a good one. Well, I'll take my shot after the video. I'm not going to show you the shot this week, but I am taking it 7.5. All right. Have a good one. Bye-bye.